Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Just My Thoughts. As always, I am your host. Um, just kind of felt like making a video. Haven't made anything in a while. I think the last one I made was my 1 year post getting type video, which is trying to make that as long as possible to go in depth as I could at the moment. At the time. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold, so hopefully my voice is coming through clearly. I got the mic right up to me, so we'll see how this goes. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to make a video. I'm off this week, so got a little extra free time. Hopefully, I can get two in this week, possibly three. Who knows? Anyway, so yes, what I want to discuss. This will be just kind of freestyling off the top of the head. This somewhat my normal style, I suppose. Um, the social types, which people have been kind of talking about lately in the community. I'm sure most of you know. Well, I mean, if you're in the OPS, which I assume you are, because why else would you bother watching me? But they've been talking about the whole social hierarchy and how you'll fall into one of four types. There's a. Well, actually, I got it. All right. So basically, there are four types. And this is basically every person will have these four things, but depending on the order, will determine your type. All right, so basically, the first two you'll be like very actively kind of into, and the last two is kind of iffy. I mean, I should say the last one is probably your, the least you're gonna be doing. It's probably like your most problem area. But all these things determine your social order. So, in the number one type, as examples, they have Mr. Beast, Gary V, Lady Gaga, and Conor McGregor. And as a number one, your four things you're gonna be your four different categories, I guess, that we all have, but you're gonna have a specific order. So in number one type, you're gonna have flexing. Flexing is ego, be the best at the top, crush everyone, legendary. All like kind of synonyms. So under flexing, you'll have responsibility. It should be ownership, make it happen, no excuses, results. Under that, you'll have specialize. Focus in on the task, productive in this one area. Number four. The fourth slot, you'll have friends. Learning from others, move for others, care for others. Alright. So those are the four things, and that's the order it goes in for number one. Number one hierarchy, social hierarchy. Number twos. So number ones are like those guys that like, I gotta be the best. I'm the best in the room. I'm the guy. I'm the man. Really kind of pushing that energy out there. Trying to think of anybody I would categorize as the number one. 50 Cent, I would say, is the number one. Great rapper, but was always kind of aggressively pushing against the competition. He was always trying to push on Jay-Z, challenge him, push on everybody else. If you ever seen interviews about it, he says, "Oh, I'm really competitive," and that's what I think it is. Like, you have that need to sort of dominate and establish yourself as the top dog in the space. Number two are the entrepreneurial type. So they have responsibility first, friends second, and then followed by flexing and specialize. As examples, they have Elon Musk, Tom Bilyeu, Jocko Willink, and Alex Hormozi. What can I say about the number twos? Like, they're the entrepreneurs. They're the business guys. They're the let's get it here and make it happen. They don't mind. Like, they want to be a part of all the different parts of the process. They don't really want to just specialize and do their own thing. They want to be, I'm in here accomplishing a task. Whatever I need to do to make that happen, I'm willing to do it. Number two. Who do I have an example of number two? I don't know. I don't know any number twos. I don't know any number twos. Not offhand, at least. I can't think of anything. Number threes. Number threes are the specialists. They have specializing first, followed by flexing. So they're going to specialize in one area, and they got a bit of ego to back that up. Third is friends, and then fourth is responsibility. So they're going to be dropping the ball on that responsibility part. They'll be better at specializing and flexing, and they'll probably be all right with friends, but that responsibility is really going to hit them hard. As examples, they have Andrew Huberman. Can't really disagree with that. That guy is very thorough at what he does. Jordan Peterson, Darren Brown, and Dr. Phil. I don't really know much about Dr. Phil, so I can't say. I know very little about Darren Brown, so I really can't say about that either. But I would agree, Andrew Huberman and Jordan Peterson, I would definitely think it's number threes. Can I think of any other number threes? Any other specialists? I don't know what's wrong with my brain this morning. It's like brain fog. Nobody's coming to mind. Number fours. Number fours prioritize friends first. Learning from others, moving for others, caring for others, of course. And they prioritize specialization second. Prioritize responsibility third. And flexing last. Number fours, they have Remy Malek. He's the actor. I haven't seen much of his stuff, to be honest. I know he's got a popular show like Mr. Robot or something like that. But I saw him in the last James Bond movie. Danielle Brooks, who is Orange is the New Black. She's one of the stars of that show. Big Remy, who was like a world class bodybuilder. Um, Joe Rogan. I mean, if you've seen Joe Rogan, you know he's all about his friends. Keanu Reeves, can't agree with that more. The nicest dude from what I've seen. Like, just give you the shirt off his back. Paul Rudd, an actor. I don't know much about his personality, but number fours are, they're all about the friends, the people. So going through those, I had to figure out which one of those do I think I am in a social hierarchy. I was pretty sure I wasn't a number four. It seemed like a lot of people in the community were very convinced they were number ones. That might be true. I don't know. It's just the people I've seen all seem to come to that same conclusion. So I don't know. I don't, who am I to tell somebody how they feel or whatever. But I did see a lot of number one energy. I do not feel the urge to crush anybody. But there's this part of me inside of me that if when discussing something with somebody or somebody says something wrong or I don't know, it just flips a switch. It's like I will fucking destroy you. Which is strange because like I consider myself a super nice guy or whatever, but I am aware that it's there. I've also never thought of myself as an egotistical person, but I've been told by a lot of people that know me that I very much come across that way. So, I mean, I think that's probably just a part of myself that I was not seeing. It seems like, how could you not see that? But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do feel a lot of number one energy. A lot of, and I know it's like my masculine double activated GI. I know what the source of it is, but yeah, it's very much I will fucking destroy you. And it's like I don't have the intent. Like I just, I don't feel like, oh man, I'm just gonna walk in there or whatever. But it is like somebody hit that tripwire, and it's like, come get destroyed. So yeah, I do recognize and feel that a lot. But I was pretty sure I wasn't a number one. So definitely not a four. Considered maybe a number one, but pretty sure I wasn't. That left 2 and 3. 2 was the entrepreneurs. I have had thoughts in that direction, but never really pushed on it. I don't know, man. Like, I would be scared. Like, I don't think I could trust myself. Like, I get out there, I don't know if I feel like I can make that happen. Like, I don't know. It's a lot without safety net. You know what I mean? Like, just yeah. I was pretty sure not a number 2. So there's number 3, which makes the most sense to me. I've always wanted to be an artist. I knew that since I was young. the kind of art I wanted to make did change, but being an artist never went away. I mean, it's been there since I was a young child, and it's still there today. Um, yeah, that desire, and I remember talking to my best friend about this when I was younger. I was like in my early 20s, and I always felt like I can't be the only person that feels like this. There's got to be other people, you know. And I would always ask people about, well, what about the things you wanted to do as a kid? What about that, you know? And I was asking him about that, and he was like, I don't have this massive ambition that you have, you know. And yeah, that always lingered with me, you know. Like that was something I never really found with anybody else. Nobody else seemed to have that massive ambition, that drive to become this thing, to achieve this thing, you know. Not that I'm saying that nobody else wants to do anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there hasn't been that one thing consistently that it's all anybody wanted to do. Like, I think I'm the only person I've ever met like that, or at least that's what I gather from talking to people. So yeah, there's that. I can definitely see the specializing. So yeah, number 3. Also, like, there's a video I did 6 months ago. It's called Fly on the Wall. And on that video I'm talking to a friend of mine, and we're talking about stuff, and I was telling him, you know, what I wanted to do. And I told him I wanted to become a master of domain. And to me, that's what I think a specialist is, a master of a particular domain. And even when talking about that, 2 of the examples that I used on that was Andrew Huberman and Jordan Peterson. As crazy as that is, those were on the list. I don't know who else was on the list, but I do remember they were on the list. And yeah, like, and you know, if you've been following us, you know that the whole social hierarchy thing is fairly new. They've only really just started putting out videos for it. It's just something they've been seeing for a while. They wanted to get out to the community. So, yeah, looking back, without a doubt, yeah. I mean, the amount of books that I have on art, the amount of art material, you know, material needed to produce the art. I mean, I have my own studio. I paint, brushes, easels, like, so much, you know, everything. Like, I've truly, if there's one thing I've truly invested in, it's gonna be in the area of art. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't essential. It wasn't needed. It was just wanted. It was definitely in the area of art. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more as they flush these different social types out. But I think I can say with pretty certainty that I am a number 3 type. Although I am running into a problem. And something I've been saying, it's like Well, you know what? Maybe that's for another video. It would go too long. I think to really break it down right now. Um, but yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a number three type. I'm looking forward to seeing how they, really get into the other types. I think next week, Shannon's actually doing a class on the number three, so I'm interested in seeing how that plays out. Oh, actually, I think that'll be this week, probably Friday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and maybe other members of the community will come out, and it'll be some number threes, and maybe I can talk to them, just to kind of see how they're experiencing it. But I'm very curious about it. Um, yeah, number three, very interesting. I mean, it zooming out and looking at my life in the macro view, it makes total sense. Um, it was just there from the beginning. So interesting. It's like, oh, well, why did you stick with art? What has kept you coming back all this time? Like, that's what I'm locked on. That's what I locked on to. That was the specialty that I locked on to. And like, I was talking to my wife the other night, right? And this, all right, warning. This might sound a bit fucked up. I don't think of it like that, but that was kind of her impression. We're talking or whatever, and we're just talking this that, and somehow the subject came up. We're talking about life, and Cedra, she was like, what if you die tomorrow? What is your biggest fear? And I was like, well, my biggest fear would be that I die without becoming a professional artist. I would feel like I was a loser and my life was for nothing. And she looked at me like, like I had just spoken like Mandarin to her. She was like, what? Why would you say that? It's like you have a family. You're living all right. You're doing fine in life. And I was telling her like, no disrespect to that, okay? And I'm not, just bear with me, because I'm not trying to say it like people don't have it worse than I do. I understand people don't have it worse than I do. I mean, people do have it worse than I do, and people do have it better than I do. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of, by my own personal standards, I did not complete the task that I set out to do. I had one task, and I did not complete it. So, by my own personal standard, I wasted my time here. Like, I did not complete the mission. And she couldn't really understand that. And that, she kept telling me, like, that's not a good way to think. And I get that. It's not that I don't get it. I understand that. But that is what my mind tells me. Like, what people think differently. Everybody thinks differently. And I'm not saying that for anybody else. I'm just saying that for me and my mind, that's how my mind thinks. And yeah. So needless to say, she did not. She does not really care for that point of view. But what do you want? It is what it is. And sometimes I do think like, all right, dude, maybe you're being too hard on yourself. Maybe you should try to adjust that. You know, I will say it is a bit of a fixed mindset. So that part is true, and it's probably not a healthy. Probably it's not a healthy way of looking at things. I'm sure, but at the same time, I feel like if I change the yard line, then is that sort of that's sort of taking the easy way out. You know what I mean? Like, is that sort of quitting? You know? I don't know. Stuff like this, it's hard to find people who this may not be the right way of saying it, but it's the only way that comes to mind. People that have the maturity that can sit there and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some people who will have the conversation and they'll judge you. And they'll be like, oh, well, that's just stupid. And you're stupid for believing something like that. Or people that just can't even have the mindset to entertain that thought. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a certain openness to take a thought like that and entertain it and try to understand why a person might feel like that. People will quickly dismiss you or shut down and just say it's stupid. And it quite possibly is stupid, but how do you know if you never really taken the time to entertain it and take it apart and see? That's just my take on it. To each his own, but I'm just saying it's hard to find people who you can talk to on that level and actually have a conversation and discuss it. So yeah. And I don't know, man. That's rough. That's rough. Like, what if, let's say I hit the Mega Million tomorrow, right? Financially secure. My family's taken care of. I'm comfortable. That would all be awesome. That would all be awesome. And if I died, I would still feel the same way. I was a loser. I didn't accomplish the task. I didn't complete the mission. I don't know. It is what it is. That's just something I'm working through, thinking on. Anyway, it seems like I don't really have much else to say on the topic, so that's where I am as far as the social types. Alright, thanks for joining me. Hi, Mom. Catch you guys later on the next episode. Peace.